So now in this video, we are going to see about the faces. So let us create a sphere. So if you want to go to the face mode, just you need to right click and click on this face. And now these are the faces. So like suppose if you want to select the loop of this face, same like the vertex, you need to shift double click so that it will select entire face here. And if you want to delete, you can delete. And if you want to move, just you can move it. And if you want to scale, you can scale it down. And if you select another, if you want to select another faces, just you can shift double click so that it will select. And if you want to select vertically, so you can select and shift double click so that it will select vertically. And also like if you shift double click, again, it will select horizontally. And if you want delete, just you can delete, you will get this different shape here. So now we will see how to extrude these faces. So this extrude option in the faces are very important. We can do a lot of models by using this extrude option. So like suppose if you want to extrude this face, you can select the face. There are two ways to extrude these faces. So if you want to extrude, like you can use shift right mouse button and you can use this option called extrude. So after clicking on this extrude, now, in case what the thing is, I want to move this face, you can use this Z axis. So see now, when I drag this, you are getting this extrude option. And also it is extruding according to the direction of this face here. So what the thing is, see, whenever I use this extrude, like shift right click extrude, here you are getting the local axis. The local axis always will be the like Z axis. So what the thing is, now this face going to be extrude along the angle which it is there here. So if I drag this, now it is extruding according to the angle here. In case if you want to extrude it in a straight way, so you have to extrude. After that, you have to go to the move tool. So now see it has been gone through this local axis and now we can extrude it this. But you will get this thing. So most of the time we will use the local axis, means like if you shift right click extrude and we will use this Z axis to extrude in the local direction. And later if you want to move up and down, we will use a move tool. Just we will use this up and down. And if you want to scale, you can scale this thing here. And if you want to delete, you can delete. So just you will get this model here. And if you go to the smooth mode, so you will get this thing here. So in this way, we can extrude the faces. And also there is a shortcut, like if you select the face and if you press Ctrl E, so directly it will go to the extrude. And also here you will get this option, like you can increase and thickness here. And also you can use this offset. So you can increase and decrease the size of the face. And also if you want to add any divisions, you can use these division options here in this way. So there are some other type of extrude. So for example, if I create this sphere, now let's say I will make a duplicate of this sphere, like Ctrl D. Now what the thing is, so if I go to the side view and if I select this top faces, and now I will extrude this, like shift right click, so you can extrude. So whenever we use this extrude option here, you are getting an option called like keep faces together. So defaultly it will on. So what is the use of this thing is, see, whenever I try to extrude this, all the faces are extruding together, means all the faces are attached to with each other here in this way. Suppose for example, if I extrude these faces, let's say, now if I shift right click extrude, now let's say if I turn off this keep faces together, let's say I will turn off. Now if I extrude this, so all the faces will extrude individually without attaching to each other here. So this is the main difference. So this can be used in many ways. For example, if you create any hand, let's say if I create this thing, let's say this is like a palm. So I will insert some loops. So I can use this edge loop tool. So just basically I will explain laterly what is like insert edge loop tool. So just if I insert this tool now, let's say if I want to create the finger here. So suppose in case if I select these faces and if I extrude this with keep faces together on. So if I go to the smooth mode, here you are not getting any kind of like finger shape here. So what the thing is, in these cases, we need to use that keep faces together off. So for example, see, now if I undo, so now I will select this. So this time if I extrude and now I will turn off this keep faces together off and now I will extrude and now I will press 3 so that you will get this fingers kind of shape here. So in some situations, we have to use this option like keep faces together on according to our model, which we are doing. And next, there is another way to extrude this. So if I delete this, next option, it is called as an wedge faces. So see, whenever I go to the face mode, and if I see there is an option called a wedge face, but the thing is, in order to use this option, we need to select the edge and face too. So what the thing is, see, if you select this wedge face, now we are getting an error. What the thing is, we can extrude the face based on any one of the edge also. So if you want to extrude in different angle, then we can use the help of edge here. But in order to do that, we need to select the multi-mode. Means like, see, whenever we go to this edge mode, we can select only the edge mode, but not the faces. So in case if you want to select the face and edge together, then at that time we need to go to this multi option. So now what the thing is, let's say I want to extrude this face in such an angle based on this edge here. So what I will do is I will go to this multi mode and I will select the face and also I will select the edge here. So after selecting this both, and now I will use this option called wedge face. So see, now the face has been extruded based on this selected edge here. So if I use this angle, you can see now the face has been extruded based on the selected edge. And also here we got this option like division. So we can increase and decrease the division so that you will get the smoothness of this thing here. So we can set the angle, how much angle you want to extrude. You can extrude outside like inside in this way. So this is a use of wedge tool. So what the thing is, for example, like if I create any sphere and if I use this thing, and now let's say I want to create the two wings like a shark, like a fish or something. So what we can do is like we can go to this multi mode and we can select the face here. We can select the face and also we can select the edge here. So let's say like I will select the face and also. So let's say we'll go to the multi mode. So I will select the face and also I will select the edge here. And after that, what I will do is I will use this wedge option. So just wedge face. So now we are getting this shape here. So we got this like a wing kind of shape here. So we can make this and just we can use this thing here. So in this way, we can use this wedge face so that we can create this shape here. And also next, there is another option like mirror. What the thing is, I want to apply the same extrude towards the other direction here. So it's simple. What the thing is, in top, you can see there is an option like symmetry. So what the thing is now, at present, we are going to extrude in the x-axis. Means like, see, these faces are facing towards the x-axis. So whatever the changes we make here, it has to apply to this opposite direction also. So in order to do that, so as these faces are facing towards this x-axis, so in the symmetry option, we need to select this option called object X here. So see now, whenever I select this and if I move, it is applying towards other direction also. So it will be easy for us to make an equal like symmetrical model here. So now what can I do? I can select this multi and I can select this both face and also I can select the edge. And now I can shift right click. We can use this wedge face. So now we got this thing, see. So I have extruded to this side and also it has been applied to the other direction too. So when we use this symmetrical, we can use this kind of things. And also if you want to make this up and down, so we can select the y-axis. So let's say if I select this y-axis and if I make any changes, and also it will apply to the down direction. So this is a use of this symmetry here. So, and also if you don't want, you can turn off this thing here. So in this way, we can use the wedge face. And next we have this bevel face too. So see now, previously I have explained like we can convert the corners into the like round shape by selecting the edge here. We can use the face also. So suppose if I select this face and if I use the bevel face. So what the thing is here, it is applying to all the edges which has been connected to this face here. So this is a difference here. So we can use this fraction and we can apply the bevel to all the corners of this thing here. So previously what the thing is, we used to select this like multiple edges and we used to do. So if you want to convert this bevel to the four corners, then instead of selecting the edges, we can select only the single face so that we can directly apply this thing. So it will apply to all the 4 edges here. And next one, there is an like bridge option. For example, see if I select this cube. And now if I make some shape here, so let's say I will extrude this. So see now, suppose if I want to make a smaller face, like another face here, means like see if I use this extrude, and now here we can scale. So see now we can scale so that it will add another face too. And now we can like extrude in this way. So what the thing is, for example, see first let me explain about this box. So if I select this, and now I want to create a box kind of shape. So if I directly extrude this face inside, it doesn't look like a box because there is no thickness over this thing here. So first we need to add a thickness. Laterly we can extrude it inside. So what the thing is, before directly extruding it down, so what I will do is, first after extrude, I will scale this. So you can use the scale option and you can scale this. Now again, I will do another extrude and I will push inside so that you will get this kind of thickness over here. So in this way, we can use this extrude. And also again, if you want to extrude anything, you can like extrude again and you can scale, and again you can extrude this thing here. So if you want to make this kind of designs, you need to scale the faces and again you need to extrude it inside here. So same, now if you want to create any dumbbell kind of model, let's say. So what I will do is I will select this box and we need to create the handle. So in order to create the handle, directly I will not extrude this. First I will extrude and I will scale this. After scaling, now I will apply the extrude so that you will get this handle kind of thing. So we need a little bit more smaller. So just I can. And now we can extrude this. And we can create another shape. But instead of that, what we can do is we can bridge between these 2 faces also. For example, see, what I will do is I will make a duplicate of this model. So like Control D. After duplicate, now I will rotate this by holding J so that we can able to snap. I want to create the polygon between the 2 faces here. So as I explained in the previous classes, we need to combine these 2 objects in order to create the bridge. So we need to select this mesh and like combine. So now it has been considered as a single object. Now we can able to select these 2 faces and we can create the bridge here. So in order to create the bridge, shift right click, there is an option like bridge faces. So see now it has been created the bridge, and also in between we can use this option, like if you want to twist, you can twist this. And also you can increase and decrease the number of subdivisions. So now, and if you go to this smooth mode, so see now it has been converted like a dumbbell kind of model. So we can adjust these faces. So we can select these faces and we can like scale together in this way, so that in this way. And if you want to scale the faces, we can select the between faces. So like if you select this and you can scale it here in this way. So it's a kind of dumbbell here. So in this way, we can use the bridge faces to create the polygon between the selected faces. So next we can detach the faces too. For example, like suppose if I select some of the faces here, now I want to separate these faces. So if I want to separate these faces, what we can do is we can shift right click. There is an option called like detach component. So whenever I say like this detach component, now these faces has been detached here. See? So now if I select this, and now we can detach from the object here. So still it will be considered as a single object. In case if you want to make a separate object with this, we can separate this by using this mesh option, and you have to select this separate. So that now this will be separate object and this will be the separate object. And now what the thing is, after separating, the pivot point has been gone through the center of this origin. Now if you want to make it center pivot, simple, just we need to select this and modify. There is an option called like center pivot. So now the pivot has been changed here. So in this way, we can detach the faces from the object. And if you want to delete, simply just you can select and directly delete. So like we can delete the edges and we can delete the faces too. And also we can delete the vertex, but not by using the delete option in the keyboard. We need to shift right click and there is an option like delete vertex. So we can delete the vertex by using that option here. And now what the thing is, we can extract the faces too. What is the difference between extract and this detach component? See, so for example, I will take a new sphere. Just I will delete this. So what the thing is, suppose in case if I select these faces and if I like use this detached component, now it has been separated, but still it will be considered as a single object here. See, even though if I select this object and if I move, still it will move with this original object. Means it is a single object. Only the thing is we can double click on these faces and we can move these faces here. But the thing is, there is another option called extract. Suppose in case if you want to make a separate of this thing, let's say if I select this 4 faces and if I use this option called extract. So we need to shift right click and select this option called extract faces. And now here we are getting this, we can able to move down and up direction. And now if you go to the move tool, now see this has been separated and this has been separated here. So directly, if you want to separate the faces, then we need to use the extract. Suppose in case if you don't want to separate, I want only to detach the faces, then we can use the detach components. So this is the main difference between this extract and detach components. And also we can able to duplicate the faces. For example, if you don't want to detach and I want the extra copy of these faces, we can shift right click. There is an option called like duplicate face here. So select this. Now we can able to duplicate this face and still this will be separate and this will be separate here. So these are the main options which are going to use in like face mode. So there are other options which can be explained according to the example. And there is also option called like poke face. So if you select this poke face, now this will be converted into like triangular face here. So in the next video, we will see how to create the base objects by using all these options like vertex, faces, and edges here. So see you there.